Hello and welcome to the Dragon Cave. Here I chat about all my different books from a variety of genres. I share about nature, I do yard updates and what's going on in my area, and I also share about my silly kids, both current with some flashbacks. If that sounds of interest to you, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, either for all or set it for preferences so you just see what's of interest to you. This is just a quick update video. I did plan to have about the family of Verdilac today. I have a copy of the story in Voices from the Vaults, as well as the Vampires collection. Also, a side note, if you're interested in vampires, the history, stories, movies, all of that, I did find a copy of this on Book Outlet for $10 Canadian. Could be even less in the US if you're interested. Now, I practiced how to talk about this story for about an hour this morning, and the wording was just not coming. And yes, I do practice either out loud or in my head, even before I get in front of a camera to record. And even then, I end up getting off on tangents and having to edit parts out. So it's still going to be a little while until I get back on track with the vampire series. Yes, I am wearing my Christmas jingles because, like Mother Nature, I'm just all mixed up and things are just not flowing the way I would like them to flow. And I'm not putting up content that I think is crap and I'm not happy with just to say that I've put up a video. So part of it's me rethinking, part of it's me distracted by life. I still need to figure out what's going on with my energy levels. Yay, all the blood work came back fine. Everything's good. My iron, my B12, my thyroid, all of that. So there's something else getting in the way of me getting things done in a day. And that means I need to make that a priority and try and get that figured out. The plan moving forward, once I get this hinky energy thing figured out, Mondays, and I will be continuing with that, is self-help, self-care. Right now, those are sprints working through the artist's way, and I'll continue with that. Tuesdays, I'll be catching up on a ton of book tags that I'm so far behind on, and apologies to everyone who has been tagging me in the videos. I do appreciate it. I just haven't gotten the recordings done. I'll also share about books that don't fit into the other days that I have planned. So those will be covered on Tuesdays, and that's also when I'll be doing some of my yard tours. Wednesdays, I think I'm just going to stick with my outside the box topic. So cryptids, UFOs, alien astronauts, all that type of thing will be a video on Wednesdays. The vampires will be moving to Thursdays, and that's when I'll be covering various stories. I'll also be making note in my journal of the different traits of the vampires and do that in a separate video. So Lord Ruthven, who I have covered so far from the vampire, was he out and about in the day? What was specific about him compared to Gorcha, who comes up in the family of Vortilac, and then moving into other stories like, and yes, I have lately been reading romance, so I'll be talking about the Carpathians, and so many different vampires and the different qualities they present and how things have changed. As far as outside the box, I need to get a few maps made of the United States and label the states. Sorry, don't know them off by heart anymore, even though I had to learn them all in school with the capitals. So I'll have one master USA map, and then the others I'll make note of where these different UFO events have occurred, where the different cryptid sightings are, and then I can put the various copies on. I've got a lighted little board to see different correlations. Yes, I'm that nerdy girl. It's a big project. Again, I need to get my energy levels up where I can sit and actually get that stuff done, and I'm hoping the sprints will help with that as I sit and work on different things. Fridays, I will be returning to doing readings. Sorry, Chaz, Gareth, and Nicole. I haven't got back to doing those read aloud bits yet from your works, but I'm definitely planning to. And then I'll have to see whether I decide to go to the Gutenberg site where things are not copyrighted and I can read things like The Vampire and other stories. I've started putting up shorts in the last few weeks. That's been fun. It's been easy to record them in a vertical position, and Tiki has made guest appearances, as has Panther, and of course the little groundhogs. I've moved the stand from my living room window, so I'll be able to get some better images of them, hopefully in the near future. Yesterday, as I was tracking down some different containers to try and get organized and other things, I actually came across my chakra set of stones. So I need to start using these again, and they come in a really cool case. I picked this up a few years ago, and I need to start using them. And they also tie in with my moon oracle cards. So I need to get on track with that. I also found my grandfather's case and more of my crystals that I need to be working with. I also have a picture of my grandfather and my grandmother in there. The short version to all of this is I'm not sure when I'm going to have videos back up again. I do know that for the series Vampires and Outside the Box, I want to make sure that I have several weeks scheduled in advance before I start that again. And that was my original plan, and I should have stuck with it. So, like Mother Nature right now, between the hot, cold, back and forth, I kind of feel like that myself, and I need to get back on an even keel so that I can continue to move forward and stay consistent with content. In the meantime, I have over 600 videos in my catalog between books and nature and the silly cats. Until I return, remember, be safe, be well, and big hugs.